That should be kind of good. There's a road behind me somewhere, and right next to me as well. So there will be some cars driving by sometimes. Some people say that love is dead, and by some people I mean me. But to be honest, I would much rather talk about the increasingly satisfying and successful performance of our Polish football clubs across the European competitions since, well, it's been getting better, you know. So it started when I was about 12 years old, and I encountered my first rejection. I haven't really been able to recover from that since. I've been rejected 4 times since, now that I think about it. Actually 3, but the 4th one was... I haven't been rejected. Also, sorry for the slight angle change. I kind of panicked because there was a car that just wanted to fucking turn or something. I look like a fucking weirdo, don't I? Love me some fucking water. And I'll be there. Lech Poznań is one of the most titled, I would say, Polish football clubs in our entire country. And I would say that it's even one of the better ones in the entire Central Europe. And yeah, last season they achieved first place. They became the Polish champions or something. And now they were going up in the Champions League, and then they encountered Crvena Zvezda and they kind of just fucking died. But from what I remember, they drew, or even, wait, let me check. Yeah. Aggregate 2-4. About here, should be visible. If not, then this camera's kind of old. And they lost 1-3 on their home turf and then drew 1-1 in Belgrade, if I remember correctly. And now they're gonna be playing in the 4th round of Europa League qualifications against Genk, which I kind of don't really know, but they won against them. Genk won against Lech Poznań a few years ago, so that's not really the best track record. But then, you know, even if they fail, they've still got the Europe Conference League, in which last season Jagiellonia and Legia Warszawa played really well in, which I absolutely fucking love the fact, you know. League phase, 7th and 9th type shit, you know, very cool. And then they went to all the way fucking quarterfinals. Very cool. Those what the fuck? Those cars just keep fucking driving, and I feel like they're looking at me like I'm a fucking idiot. And funny thing, I don't even have a following on social media. So yeah, it makes it even more awkward to just record shit. And especially talk about Polish clubs and whatnot and other things. You know? Fuck, let me take a walk. Well, I'm right at it. You know, that last girl, you know, the one I'm thinking about right now, and the one that I think I'm gonna reminisce for the longest. We went this year. We met. We met this year during prom. And you know, life was good. And we really hit it off. And I was thinking that I'm gonna finally get a girlfriend, because I was kind of eager and she was eager and shit. So for a couple of weeks I just had that delusion in me. Keyword illusion. And then you know, I started doubting and started just pulling away from her and shit. And then at some point, somewhere during the maturas, I feel like I've gotten my final sign to just give up. And I've felt shit since. Actually, I've felt shit since like March. We've had prom in like the end of January. And yeah, because I just couldn't stop fucking thinking about the worst scenarios and shit. And yeah, eventually I gave up, and so did she. We're not texting anymore since like May 7th, about 1 p.m. Yes, I remember that very damn well, just like the last time I cried. It was not because of her, funny fucking thing. Left me some fucking Poczta Polska. Yeah, like, I can't really say much more. And about the other girls, I don't feel like elaborating. That shit's history. And I don't care about history. In fact, I could not give a single fuck. So yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, so the conclusion is I started thinking love is dead. Except all the way when I was 12, during my first rejection, I started thinking that love is dead, doesn't exist. God sent us here just to suffer. Why are we still here? Jesus Christ, it's such an old meme. And yeah. So, is it really dead? Actually, fuck. I actually didn't just want to come here just to fucking complain about my sad life. I didn't want to come all the way here just to suffer or do some other freaky shit, you know. I don't want to be one of those that just lashes out on the internet and tries to find solace in the fact that you said it, you shared the history, now it's only gonna get better. No, that's not what I want to do. I want you to kind of learn from my mistakes and kind of my hypocrisy, because what I'm going to say later on is probably going to be hypocritical. But I think the thing is, I really don't want people to end on the same path as I ended up with, you know. So I kind of want people to do better. And I didn't really do it, and still kind of don't feel like it, because it's easier to just keep sitting in shit instead of, you know, anything else. Instead of trying to fix your life, social life, love life, whatever, the physique. Insert a fucking gym edit here. Yes, I've been going to the gym for like 2 years so far, 2.5. I actually didn't start going to the gym because of a girl, but at some point I started grinding hard because of a girl. so that's kind of fucking funny. But yeah, generally physical effort, exercising is good for you. So I recommend doing that. I also recommend sticking to your diet, or at least just eating healthy. I'm not doing that, hypocrisy number 2, more incoming. But I'm not really going to do that. Scenery change or something. Oh, fuck. I don't know if I'm being visible here. Pretty sure I am anyway. As you may know, life is not all about successes. But if you've grown to be about as miserable as I was in the early 2020s, then I guess I'm going to kind of shock you by saying that life is also not all about failures. I guess it's your life, your thing. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Sometimes more often than not you win, sometimes more often than not you lose. And, you're bound to have some difficult periods in your life going on. The most important thing is to let go of the pain caused by the difficulty. And instead of trying to do whatever, just kind of scraping by, instead of just scraping the bottom of the barrel, you just kind of need to learn to be able to enjoy life more. And not just enjoy life, but grasp from it, There's a cool saying for it in Polish, but I don't think it will work in English if I translate it literally. But there's a saying, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. And this is so fucking corny that it makes me cringe mentally and almost makes me cringe physically. But it's kind of real, And it's good to be corny sometimes. And I'm not saying to be corny in that negative, I love her, I miss her way. But rather just to be corny in that, it's gonna be alright way. Because we need some sort of corniness, we need some sort of cringiness. Because it's mostly the cringe things tend to be done, when happy or sad. But it's better to do that when happy. That at least leaves us memories of, holy shit, that was fucking stupid. But that was also pretty damn funny. And, the thing is, you can't just suffer. And you can't keep investing yourself to the memories that you think of fondly, especially if and the main purpose of this video is to just tell you not to keep thinking about her. I know it's pretty fucking hard. It is hard to stop thinking about bad things in your life, especially when you've done so for about 6 years, if not more. And life is not about that. Life is about achieving your shit. I want to be able to bench 100 kilos. I still haven't been able to do that. But that's what pushes me forward in the gym. I want to be able to do a muscle up, a handstand, a fucking planche, front lever. That's the things that kind of push me forward, at least in the gym. And in the life, I want not to be poor, even though it's fucking hard. But you just gotta fucking live with it. The difficulties aren't here to make it harder for you. I mean, they are there. But they're not here to hinder you, ultimately, but to let you improve. This is what you need to think. It's not like, these are not problems. These are not things that are making you inherently less able to do things. These are just challenges. And challenges are to be overcome, Out of the dumber things, yet another that I want to say is I've played OS for the past 5 years or so. started in like April 2020. And even that fucking game learned me that grinding is the solution. I mean, not necessarily hardcore grinding, but if you play this game, then you're probably familiar with the phrase play more. And it's just about, putting more effort to the game to get better at it. And that's the case with most things in life. Conversation skills. You just kind of talk more to people. You boost your confidence. You boost your fucking eloquency and literacy, and you don't say the same 5 words every time. Holy shit. You don't say the same 5 words every time. You don't need to. Yeah, exactly. I don't have the words for that because I'm not that good at communication skills. But you don't need to say fucking every 5 seconds. Eventually you're gonna achieve that. Unless you're gonna stick to the wrong learning. And I can't think of them right now, but I'm pretty sure that if you give it a little bit of thought, you're gonna know. And same with me, just I don't really feel like it, and I don't know if I have time for that. It's just that, I'm gonna fucking climb that tree right now, because life is also about doing spontaneous things, because that's what it is. I'm gonna climb that fucking tree to prove myself that I can. Fuck. Hell yeah. The most pioneer set that you're gonna ever see. A camera on top of fucking cables. Okay. Okay, I'm not gonna climb the top of it. What the fuck? Yeah. You're gonna just decide to do some stupid shit, and you do it. That's with life. Fuck. I think I can find so many metaphors to life. Metaphors. Freaking illusions. Everything. You just find so many things translated to your real life, and be like, holy shit, this whole thing isn't so bad. And I don't know. To be honest, I forgot the premise of this video, like about right when I started recording it. I only remembered the part when I want to do football teams, and just whine a little. But yeah, that's the thing. So yeah, as I said a couple of times, I forgot what the original premise of this video was, or what I wanted to say actually. Maybe I would add it in the post-production, record it somewhere else, or just whatever. But just know that it isn't bad. And if it's bad, it's not over. Yeah. gonna be coming back with my bike to home, you know. That's about there. I hope you're not gonna dox me. Yeah, and have a good life.